Okay, let's do some HighFleet. Hello everyone, this is my first stream in quite a long time. Turns out that having a new baby can be somewhat disruptive. I think that's especially true if you already have some babies. And that's the situation we're in over here in the Tortuga household. So, let's, anyways, this is HighFleet. I'm extremely excited to share this with you. I have been playing quite a lot of it, actually. In fact, I have probably about 3 hours of recorded videos, which are all just going straight into the trash. Just one of those things where, man, I just can't seem to find like the perfect video for myself. And just like that, I gotta go, James, no. It was good to see you, James. Jet. Yeah, HighFleet. I think this is a game which is... Whoa, sound was not on. Oh, it's one of those games where you can't move the position. Okay. You can be like that, are you? Can I do it this way? No. Okay, anyway. So today, let's do some HighFleet. For those of you coming into this post, like after the stream is done, watching the replay, I should let you know that I will be doing a full... I plan, at least, to do a full series on this. I'm planning to continue my campaign in a normal standard format. I think I mentioned this on the War on the Sea video that I'm going to try to start up a small series on HighFleet, and this is not the beginning. I mean, this is the prologue for that, so yeah. But there is a campaign which starts with the prologue off. Once you get to the end of the prologue, that's where you end up, and that's hopefully where I will be at the end of this stream. Anyway, this is crazy. I have restarted this thing so many times. Let me just do a new game in the bottom slot. Looks like there's even a slot down here. Didn't even notice that. So we'll do a new game right here, and we're going to turn the prologue on. Game plan is go through the prologue of HighFleet. Now, what is HighFleet? I haven't even talked about what HighFleet is. I pride myself on my little description of this game as I think it's very similar to Airship Conquer the Skies. Unfortunately, I don't think many people know Airship Conquer the Skies. So then I would fall back on a kind of a mashup between like Starsector, because it does have that tactical side of things. It also has the strategic like movement. It's not quite the same as Starsector because that would imply like a real system of trading and all that, which this game does not have. Welcome, Steven. So glad to catch you live. Congrats on Baby Tortuga. Thank you so much for the Rule the Waves. Helps me through the lockdown. Yeah, well, Rule the Waves is something which helps me through lockdown as well. So we're on the same page there. Mitchell Kane's loving the War on the Sea playlist. Yeah, that's the one that's about to come to an end, hopefully to make room for this. By the way, I suppose we'll get into this a little bit here, and I might repeat myself a little bit on the gameplay series, but this game has some people, or at least some people have said this game looks like it has influences from Dune. Dune, I mean Frank Herbert's Dune, you know. That book, I mean the movie which is coming out, which is only half of the first book. Anyways, I mean, a lot of expectations there, right? I would say that this game is more based on the things, is influenced by the same things that Dune is influenced by. But we'll see. I mean, that's for everyone to determine for themselves, and probably only known to the game creator, even if the game creator even can suss out exactly what the influences were. Let's get a little bit into the story. We'll take this a little bit slow, read all the things. This is to Tarkon of 3rd Task Force, GD Sayadi, which is myself. On my order, proceed to Kalhu at once and meet with Prince Alu Fazel. By imperial decree, you are to represent the crown in talks with the prince. Commander of 1st Squadron, Admiral Dodd. So, let's see. I guess this is going to tell us a lot more. Here you go. You have this great little splash screen, which is it's exactly what I wanted to show. People look at this and they think Dune, and I don't blame you. I can see it. I think that this game is actually more influenced by like just the Arabic culture. You can hear like the music going on right now. It seems to be it's like the perfect timing to try to emphasize my point. I mean, this is a picture we're looking at. You can imagine it with slightly different looking vehicles and real looking vehicles. You can imagine this is like a picture right out of modern-ish era. Iraq, Iran, Saudi Arabia. I mean, that kind of Arab area. Or even like in the northern Africa, like Morocco, Algiers, whatever. So that's where I feel like that's what I'm looking at here. And I think that Dune also draws its influence from some of those things. But the language and everything is very, I think it has to be Arabic influenced. So there's a great war in Gerat. I talked about reading everything and I didn't read the first thing. But there's a war in Gerat, and now there's been a rebellion. Wait, let's just read it. This land seems to be doomed to bear the burden of war for all time. 7 years ago, an imperial official, the Lord Governor of Kiva, overthrew the king and declared a rebellion against the emperor's rule. So, that's where we're at. This is the broader lore of the game. And again, this is another shot you could just see in modern era at least, Middle East. And now our turn has come. We have come to Gerat to end this once and for all. So, I am part of the Empire's forces. Whether those guys are the good guys or the bad guys, it's really for anyone to determine, but at least we are rooting for them because they are us. How's the music sound quality? It seems like it might be a little bit loud. Let me make some adjustments. Boy, wow, this just seems really loud. Let's turn this down a little bit more. It's already at negative 12, negative 13. I usually don't have to go below negative 9. We'll make an exception. Okay, so that's what the like broader flavor of the universe is. And now we're going to get into these characters. And I have to say, I mean, there's a lot about this game I can start talking about, gushing about. I really like this game. The dialogue is good. The user interface is good. The combat is good. Everything is good. It's just very well polished. Have I mentioned, by the way, because I should, this game is published by MicroProse. MicroProse is back, which is fantastic. Also, I gotta rearrange some of these windows, unfortunately. Okay, that should be good enough. All right, wake up, Tarkon. The city of Eli is on the horizon. Our long journey is finally behind us. Everyone is eager to hear you give the order to land. So this is tutorial-ish. I don't need to do this, but I kind of wanted to follow with the prologue because I think it does present some story elements. I also thought for a live stream, this is like a very distinct start and stop point. So, okay. And I wanted to talk about the GUI because, and I should have mentioned it before this started flashing, but you look around and it looks beautiful and like, hey, there's a phone we can click here, and this all just looks like it's just for show. You know, okay, there's some funds here. Maybe that's real. Got some buttons here. Sudden strike probabilities with these buttons, switches, some knob you can turn. I mean, but surely this is mostly for show. Well, actually, everything on this interface can be, may be activated at some point in time. That's entirely an interactive. That is not. Those are actual gauges that are just like in your car. Some that you may not use very often, but they are all functional. That's pretty amazing. So we're going to start off with our, what is this called? That old Moonlander. Was it called Moonlander? This old DOS game where you just did this Moonlander. What we're looking at here is just coming down, so you can see in the background, that's what you should be looking at, is the heads-up display, basically. Let me try to, and it disappears when we get close enough not to need it. So now we're actually in contact with the ground. We just need to make sure we come in slow enough. And these Navarins, which is what I'm piloting right now, it's a frigate, I think, Corvette. It's a very light ship. It's very easy to land. You can hear the background chitter-chatter. It sounds, I don't know, it's very convincing to me that it's a real, background chatter that you would hear on the comms if you were piloting one of these things. So, again, polish. I'm going to mash this point a number of times. But I feel like the polish in this game is really fantastic. The humming of the pump drive suddenly dies down. The ship comes to a stop. You prepare to descend the ramp, accompanied by a small group of officers and your personal guard. The uncertainty that awaits you outside fills you with unease. And let me just mention again that all this story stuff is most prominent in the prologue, which will be this stream. And I want to say that again just because if you're interested in just jumping right into the main gameplay, core gameplay loop, and you don't end up watching this stream, or you're not interested in watching this kind of more slow take on the game, the gameplay series, which should start up with episode 1, that'll pick up right where in the thick of things. So that's another option. Okay, so you prepare to descend the ramp, accompanied by a small. The uncertainty that waits you outside fills you with unease. I don't know if I already read that. A small group of people are waiting patiently for you at the bottom of the ramp. Their leader is a dignified nobleman surrounded by bodyguards. So, the Admiral sent you to talk to me, Tarkon. Okay, here's our dialogue. So apparently all of these Elames, I think that they're called, these base personnel, the inhabitants of the planet, they wear these masks, so we don't ever see their faces. Very convenient. It's also an interesting art style. Again, a lot of people have made these comparisons with Dune, but there's some. You can see it, but I think it's more an influence of just Middle East in general. So we have two options here. You can say that is correct. I'm here to discuss your involvement in the liberation of Gerat, or we can just say my name is Mark Sayadi, Grand Duke Sayadi. Let's talk about the liberation of Gerat. Just cut right to the point. Liberation, we've been at war with the Gathering for over 7 years, and I still have yet to recover my father's throne. And now His Imperial Majesty's admirals mean to retake it in a single week? We can either say, indeed they do. I should probably do a different voice for this guy so that people not really paying attention can differentiate. So, indeed they do, and I believe they'll succeed, or perhaps they will. Well, I like to roleplay more of a stoic myself. NC Dave says it really reminds me of Dune. Can't wait for the new movie. I really can't wait for the new movie as well. But HighFleet, in my opinion, is just its own game. It's just its own thing. Because, I don't know. I would like to roleplay us as more of a stoic. Not like just a person who doesn't talk a lot, which I feel like that's just the broad brushstroke people paint on stoicism. But stoicism is actually a fantastic philosophy. I think there's a lot of merit to it. And you should go look it up if you don't know anything about it, but it's more than that. However, it is one of the things that you don't have to say too much, so we will just say perhaps they will. Just a quiet guy. I mean, I'm a quiet guy, and unfortunately for story progression stuff, I mean, to learn the lore, I might have to be more inquisitive than I would prefer my character to be, but that's fine. My people cannot match the strength of the gathering fleet. We have but a single corvette for each of their heavy cruisers. So there's the Empire, and then there's the Gathering. We read here, the Gathering of Great Houses is an assembly of the Romani dynasties that supported the uprising against the Emperor. So there it is. Empire, Rebellion, it's a tale as old as time. We can respond by saying, your people have fought bravely all these years, or the 1st and 2nd Imperial Squadrons will surely tip the scales. So either we can say, you guys are doing a good job, or we're doing a good job. I'm going to say, he's doing a good job. It made him happy, not surprisingly. Aye. But if, by the Almighty's mercy, the admirals land their ships in Kiva, what do you imagine will happen next? I don't know what this accent is or what voice it is, but you just to make it distinct, I'll try to give other people a different voice so you know who's talking. I can say it's too early to say. That isn't up to me, or Gerat will return to the Crown's rule. Well, I mean, I don't think the third option is realistic. We could say that just to kind of like force the point, but it's more a prediction, not necessarily realistic. I can say that isn't up to me, or it's too early to say. Those are both good options. I think it isn't up to me. We're just soldiers in the trenches following orders, and that's all we need to be. Let's fight the good fight. So I say that, and I say that it isn't up to me, and he says, you are honest, if nothing else. I will help you with I will help you meet with the Tarchons of Gerat. Perhaps some of them may become your allies in this war. Well, I think that's a successful thing. The Tarchon of Kalhu is a good friend of mine. If you can come to an understanding with him, I'm confident he will be a worthy ally. Worthy allies are exactly what we need right now. It's a shame we've had to meet in such troubled times, Duke. Oh, I wouldn't expect that to bother you, Prince. Or I could say the fleet has never had anything but troubled times. Well, these are both really good options. And between two options, I tend to pick the more poetic of them. It just feels good to be like clever and witty and have all these poetic responses. But let's say I wouldn't expect that to bother you. I just love that. We're meeting in troubled times. Yeah, it's kind of like in Star Wars, there's this great great exchange between, I think it's Han Solo and Lando, where Han says, oh no, Lando says, how are we doing? And Han says, same as always, and Lando goes, that bad, huh? That's just great. Anyway, I wouldn't expect that to bother you, Prince. And they both mean mostly the same thing, but troubled times, whatever. Whatever do you mean, Duke? The Elames are hardly ever bothered by the troubles of the Romani. So these are the Elames, as far as I can tell. That's true. Or we could say this is a great opportunity for men like us, which I think that makes more sense. Let's do that. Men like us? We could say for princes without kingdoms, or to every Tarchon, wartime is an opportunity to demonstrate one's worth. So, by the way, you can see here that the dialogue is we're not skimping on it. Especially for a prologue, they do draw you in with the story. I feel like this is a very good way of doing it. Like, I was very satisfied learning about the planet with these dialogues, which it's one of those things where it's like they're kind of artificial choices. All roads lead to Rome, right? We're gonna get to the same result, but I think that you can end up with a small difference in how much Prince Fazil likes you. So, welcome Tristan, first time catching my streams. Yeah. Anyway, so I really like this one for Princes Without Kingdoms. It's just, I don't know, it's a poetic thing. This is a grunt-like thing to say, hey, it's wartime, let's just do it. But let's embrace the poetic little quips. So, for Princes Without Kingdoms, Fazil pauses to look at you intently. I am most certainly pleased to meet you, Grand Duke. Okay, that's it. The prince gives you a polite bow and turns away. The conversation is clearly over. And that is our first conversation. There will be more like that, and there will also be more intricate conversations where we have to do like a card-based, like a deck-based drawing, different options, catering to a person's personality. That can be, it's a little RNG-ish, but anyway. All roads lead to roads. Yes, that's right, Loke. And welcome, Loke. Haven't seen you for a while. I mean, I guess you'd probably comment on stuff, but other than that, I haven't done a stream for a long time. So now that we're in the city itself, the main thing we'll be doing is two things: supplies and shipyard stuff, which is repairs and all that. That doesn't appear as an option here because this town only offers supplies, and by supplies they mean fuel. So we'll just max out our fuel. I have figured out the ratio of money to fuel cost and all that, so yes, the min-maxing will eventually at least go on, probably more in the campaign. Let me reiterate for the third time, I will be starting a normal gameplay series on this, not streamed, and that'll take place after the prologue. So this is a prologue, hopefully I finish it at the stream, and then after that I'll be continuing this playthrough in a separate series, gameplay series that'll be just going onto the channel. Okay, so now that we're done with that, let's exit. An order was executed, so Admiral Dodd, our superior, is happy that we followed orders. And this is Piotr. Piotr? Hard to, I mean, it's some derivative of Peter, right? Or I should say Peter's probably some derivative of Petra, which is Piotr's a derivative of Petra. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever you want to say. But anyways, so are we heading for Calhoun now? Oh, we need a different voice for this guy. And he's that, you know, mentorish, older, mentorish, you know, if you're a lieutenant, he's like your sergeant, the rank and file guy who you trust, even though he's actually a land general, so his title is general, so I guess he's really almost as powerful as us, or in a different branch than us. So we got to give him like an old, like gruff, mentor voice. So are we heading for Calhoun now? We can either say, indeed, we will depart as soon as we're ready, or, Piotr, why did Dowd choose us to meet with the prince? And again, I don't like my character to be too inquisitive, let's just get it done. But in order to kind of uncover a little bit more of the story, I think we should choose the second option. So, Piotr, why did Dowd choose us to meet with the prince? And this is, by the way, Admiral Dodd Sharif Ramatovich is the commander of the first squadron of the expeditionary fleet. He also happens to be your immediate superior. Okay, so why did he choose us? The prince has nothing left with which to fight the gathering. These talks are mere formality. As for the admirals, they're eager to reach northern Gerat as soon as possible. I feel like his voice would be a little higher pitched. I don't know why. I'm imagining him as like this, like guy who, I don't know. I have a very specific image in my head, and I'm not satisfying it. But anyways, but they'll have to take Ur first. So you're saying that Dowd was just trying to get rid of me? The campaign's only just begun, Duke. I'm confident that you will have ample opportunity to prove yourself. We've got the fuel, but it'll be some time before our ships are done refueling. Very well, I'll wait. Okay, so now we just hit space and then shift to speed up time, and they're saying whatever. The ships are done refueling. We're ready to fly. Your orders? We can either give the order to take off, or we can ask about the fuel. What? What about the fuel? I have never chosen this option, but it doesn't seem like... Seems like he just answered that. Or, what do you think about this entire expedition, General? Let's choose that one. Here, to the south of Gerat, they have nothing but old corvettes commanded by local dukes. Ur will surely fall. It's only a matter of time. I didn't ask you about Ur, General. I am but an aide to His Excellency. It isn't my place to question orders. Still, what do you think? If I may, Tarkon. Our numbers are thin. Even if Dowd and Skobelev join their squadrons, I fear it won't be enough to take Kiva. And yet you agreed to join this campaign. You're an infantry general, not a fleet officer. Why did you volunteer for this? Why do you think, Duke? Okay, so he's given us some options here, and again, I think all roads lead to Rome, but we gotta choose which one we think. We can do whatever we want. I think you're a brave officer who wanted to be where you're needed most. It's a pretty generic option. Or because Admiral Dodd is a friend of yours, you sought to help him. Admiral Dodd, by the way, he's going to be kind of like the bad guy in this. So, I mean, not the true bad guy, but kind of like the bad superior. So I don't think that'd be kind of an insult to Piotr. Or you must have volunteered to support me in this new position. My father asked you to assist me, didn't you? Well, I don't know about what the heck those two options are, because we don't know about him, and I don't know if this is our chance to invent a backstory for Piotr, but I'm just going to choose the number one. I think you're a brave officer who wanted to be where you're needed most. Pyotr Ignatievich responds only with a smile. Very well, to order the takeoff, I'll choose our destination once we're in the air. Okay, so now we can right-click to go places. Hooray, we're making progress. We're gonna go over here, and you can see that when you mouse over different areas, it gives you a red circle, which will be sudden strike probability type stuff related later, doesn't matter for now. And then you also get an indication of what's special about that town. Merchants, rare modules. And you can see that is actually indicated by this credit icon. So Calhu with the wrench probably has some better shipyards or something. But anyways, let's just right click to go over here. And as I mentioned, the interface, everything is functional. It's really cool. We'll hit shift. So we can see that this chance, we're moving up to our speed. That speed, by the way, 277 is 277. So it's not just a gauge, it's actually reporting our true speed. Our fuel stock is going down. When we were refueling, which we aren't anymore, but this flying range is different than the total amount we're refueling to, and that is different than like this is a range. So basically, the fuel gauge is measured in range, which is fantastic, by the way. I wish my car did that, but I mean, it's not that simple in a car. You can't really. It's not like it's a fixed number. Anyway, okay, so we'll just speed up and we'll get over here, and that should be our first round of combat. Here we go. Wob Dob says launch the nukes. We don't have them. No nukes yet. We will get there, though. So, and just a lovely little interface, little helpful pop-up tips. We can rearrange our vessels if we want, but no need to do that yet, because this is exactly the order I want to fight in. So let's fight our first bout of combat. One thing to note, I have changed the crosshair. The small little arrow you see, it used to be only that. But I have changed it to be... Okay, retreat is available. Your squadron is comprised of several ships. You can move the ship you are currently controlling to the retreat marker to make it retreat from the battle. The next ship in your roster will automatically enter the battle. Or enter the battle automatically. So yeah, that is an option. Let's leave this guy a little bit. Want to get out of this way. So the main thing is to do tangential movement, or just move. Don't move at the perpendicular to the direction they're firing. Kind of common sense. I'm really bad at this first. Yeah, let's go. Okay, we're taking a few hits, but not too, oh my gosh, not too bad. Okay, and we can always retreat, which is over there in the top right. Aiming is a very tricky business, though. Got him. Okay, so now it's down. We're down to only one left. He's about to get his ammunition back, which is why I am, very quickly trying to skate out of his range. Go back in, close the range. Okay, we got the kill. So that's it. We're done. It looks like we did take some damage. So that's just an opportunity for us to show off repair. Okay, good. So now we can open... So look, I mean, even this hatch is just built into the side of the interface, right? But when you get to a town, you actually click this to open your hatch and go land. Now, it doesn't show any of these as having taken damage, but maybe that's just part of the tutorials, like, helping you out. We'll land, though, because they also are missing expendables, which is something we would like to refit. So this one really doesn't have any damage. I'm looking in the top right. But we got to view our Moonlander thing. I did spend a lot of time on Moonlander, by the way.
300 meters.
I don't consider myself a Moonlander expert, but I got pretty good at it. When all you can do all day is just Moonlander, I mean, that's how games were like back in the day.
Touchdown confirmed.
Good. No damage. And we got 15%. How it works is these numbers you're seeing on the bottom of your screen, 5, 5, 10, 30, 10, 28. We're going to the left, 5, 5, 5, 10, whatever. That's the repair speed bonus that you get for landing in that particular position. And if you land covering multiple of them, which I can demonstrate again here, this should give me 10%, because I'm actually collecting both the 5 on the left and the 5 on the right. You can see them highlighted there. And if you land too quickly, obviously you take damage. If you're moving too much left to right, you take damage.
Beginning final approach.
Nothing too surprising there, just basically what you'd expect. We also don't want to land on one of our old ships.
100 meters.
This looks pretty cool. Looking forward to the playthrough.
300 meters.
Thanks, Absurdites. Yeah, it's got the whole gameplay loop is pretty well fleshed out, I would say. The thing is, these Navarins are just really hard to mess up.
Touchdown confirmed.
I'm not saying that I won't take damage landing them, but when they're, at least when they're healthy, they're pretty easy to land. Okay, Tarkon, sir. We have an opportunity to replenish missiles on our ships. I highly recommend we do so. Very well, I'll handle it. Okay, so now that, like I mentioned before, we'll have two options usually when we go places, supplies and shipworks. Get our supplies, just get our fuel up. We can see that Calhu is now within range. We go over to our shipworks, and this is our squadron, all the ships in the squadron, fine. And you can move down the screen to the ship's maintenance panel. This is one thing that takes a little bit of getting used to. I actually think that this is kind of cumbersome. There's no mouse scrolling here, and there is a reason why. But there's no mouse scrolling here. You have to move your mouse to the top there. It's basically like edge scrolling. You can install more missiles on other ships in similar fashion. Very good. So I actually do want to put missiles on all of these. Now, if I was to just repair, it's not an option. Okay, never mind. So it would be nice to scroll up and down, but however, you can see on the top, turn mouse wheel to rotate a module. So what I would rather see is that like QE rotates a module and mouse wheel scrolls up and down here. That's just not how they chose to implement it. So, I mean, I understand, but I also disagree. Still, I mean, the game is... I think this is something they probably considered. You get the impression that the game is well thought out, and they made an effort to make all the GUI and everything very nice. So, I am just right now putting on missiles for everyone. And this guy didn't land, so you can see put in docks. We landed our 3 Navarins because I wanted to load them up with anti-ship missiles. But now we're done, so go ahead and exit. That was a lot of World War II and modern ammunition. I got our fuel, got our shipworks. Yeah, good. Clear to leave. And I threw a soda in the freezer, which I'm going to have to go retrieve in a moment. How long has this stream been going for? 30 minutes, okay. Now let me go grab my soda. Give me a second here. Alright, fantastic. I feel refreshed just holding this cold thing in my hand. Tarkon, sir. I've just reported our progress to the Admiral. He is satisfied. The Admiral treats me like a clueless child. He seems to have forgotten that I'm the son of his liege, the Emperor. So this is the first like, truth bomb they're dropping on us, that we're the Emperor's son. I don't really like this response because role-playing myself as a bit of a stoic, as I was saying, this is a bit of a childish... I mean, we're like having a temper tantrum. We are a clueless child. I mean, at least a child if this is our response. But anyway, we'll say it. The capital is far away. Until we return, Admiral Dodd is the one in command. He leads the squadron, and you, Duke, are a Tarkon in his squadron. So maybe this is the very quick character development of our character. We're like learning the rules, or we're learning the way it is, but I mean, it's a little abrupt. We'll depart as soon as we're ready. Very good. So, again, now we have range in blue. Yellow is where our range will be when we finish refueling. You can see that the yellow light is flashing, that we are refueling. Low fuel will come on when we're low on fuel. There's our fuel stock. And we also see we have 3.3 hours to repair. So, that's important. We don't want to leave until we're done repairing. We'll also see this blue fuel range extend as we continue to refuel. See, there it is. So everything is really well done in this. The squadron is done refueling. We're ready to go. Good. I'll set the destination. But we're actually, I mean, if we did this, if we right-click, Piotr will jump back in and say, "Hey, are you sure you want to go anywhere? You're not done repairing." So let's do, just hold shift to finish repairing. Now that we're done, now we can go meet the Tarchon. Okay, and now we're off. So again, everything in the GUI is functional. It's fantastic. It's really nice. We have another combat here. This one will be a little bit more dangerous. Curses! Enemy sorry, that's not his voice. Curses. Enemy air defense spotted. Focus on the enemy ships. We will capture the ground vehicles once the battle is over. And watch out for missiles. Yeah, so we can arrange our ships. We just want the Wanderer to go last because that's more of an exploratory ship. I mean, it's just not the ship we want fighting. So we're in. We need to watch out for missiles, which there they come. So we actually have missiles ourselves. So we can hit space. We have 2 ASMs, you can see down there. We have 2 FSS, which is the fuel, the like shutdown of the fuel burning. If we catch on fire, we have to use an FSS to put it out. It's kind of like your fire extinguisher. Yeah, I think those are the most important things. So let's go ahead and we need to use a missile. Let's just use 1 missile. Oh, okay, let's use 2. They're about ready to fire. So they are firing, but they did not fire at my second missile. So we got... Okay, missile approaching. You can attempt to shoot it down, evade it, or use a decoy. When the missile is close to your ship, press F to launch a decoy flare. I don't actually know what the limit on our flares is, but we can also get the missile to hit a friendly aircraft. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. So you use shift. Okay, let's just... There, the flares work. Okay. Go. Just use those. Oh, we got some good contact. By the way, this aiming I'm doing is just insane. There's almost no way I will be this good generally. So just don't expect that kind of shooting is what you're going to see as we move forward here. It's very difficult to aim in this game, and I played probably like 4 or 5 hours, but anyway. Oh, finish is here! Oh, Alechius! Ha! Oh my gosh, I totally walked away and I didn't see all these people coming in. Let's say victory, okay. So we get rid of that missile pinging. Vasily, give me 1 ping. 1 ping only. Yeah, Alechius, you're right. I could see that. I could see him like that. It's just that he has more dialogue. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I agree. Let's see. How many years ago was his last stream? Oh my gosh, I don't know. Whoa, and very cool, because our Navrin here survived 2 missions, he has crap options. We can either say Battle Scars, having gained combat experience, the team will repair the ship 20% faster. That's when we're in the port, or at the different cities, or Ever Ready. The ship enters combat with their guns fully loaded. I don't know. These are both kind of mediocre. Ever Ready might be the best. Yeah, let's do Ever Ready. That might be better for us. How much adding modules to your ships is in the game? Well, this is like Airships Conquer the Skies finish. You can completely do everything. FSS likely fire suppression system. Yep, that sounds about right, Thunderside. Okay, so let's land. Press our nice little GUI button. And we only took 6 damage. And notice that we still have the 2 expendables out of 4. The other 2 expendables are, there's 2 bombs which can go on the bottom. I don't like to load those anyway. I don't like to pay for them. Now, although we don't really have any damage, why not make a high-risk decision to go for that 72? I was going to go for the 98. You probably saw me going over to the left there, but no, the 72 makes more sense. A little wider. Notice the engine temp on the top. We can't just hold our thrusters flat out the whole time. But this is plenty of space for us. Just come in nice and slow, ease in the landing, and everything's broken. No, looks like we're going to do just fine with this one.
Touchdown confirmed.
Good. No extra damage on the landing. Fantastic. Sayadi says, oh, by the way, totally unrelated to this game, but if anyone in chat remembers old Rule the Waves playthroughs, people used to make graphics of Tortuga's ship designs. Was that with the in-game designer? Oh, yeah. I think Finish actually used to make designs for those. Yeah, and there is an in-ship designer. Were you aware of hostile... Oh, so here we are. We've landed. There's another Tarkon here we want to meet. And he comes up and he says, "What a stunning dogfight, Duke." That's my voice for him. Too bad for him. "Were you aware of the hostile anti-air defenses in Kalhu, Prince?" "No, I was not." "The Tarkon is expecting you, Duke." Oh, so that was just some lackey. Good. We gave him a silly voice. Maybe this guy will also have a silly voice. But this will be our first time engaging in the really deeper dialogue, the conversation where you need to score enough points, and this is with cards and all that. So anyways. And indeed, there is a delegation awaiting you by the ship. This is Imlan Harish. Tall man steps forward. He is wearing the armor of a Harashid, which is former guardsman of the King of Gerat. Some Harashids now serve the Lord Governor. Others have taken refuge in the vast desert of Gerat. Okay, so we have something here, which is your people for the Romani's tradition. In the name of the Empire, I welcome you. So now we actually get this like score on the top left. If we do things which he likes, he will be happy. He will like us more. And then he's going to offer more help for us. To the tune of either, if he doesn't really like us too much, he'll give us like 3,000 credits. If he likes us a little bit more than that, he'll give us 10,000 credits. And if he likes us a lot, he'll give us a ship, which means he actually will help us. So that means he commits himself to us. In the name of Issue. Issue is the central figure of the Romani religion and a point of contention in Gerat. Some Alames accept the existence of Issue while others reject him outright. Or we can just say who's in charge here, which seems a bit insulting to the person who is apparently in charge here. Luke says, "Isn't that how you normally sound?" Anyway, I guess we'll go with this one because, hey, it's flashing this thumbs up at me, and I've been socially conditioned to choose options which have a flashing thumbs up signal. He hates the Romanis, so this was a terrible choice. But we're learning about his personality. So, this was a terrible choice, is probably what he just said, but something flashed away, so I don't know what it was. "Peace upon you, my lord. I am Imlan Harish Doyen of Kalhu." But nonetheless, this actually did give us a +1, I think, in worldview. Did it not? I don't know what worldview, your men's mindset. So I guess we're kind of like training our troops to be pro-Romani. Okay, so I'm looking for allies to wage war on Kiva. Will you join us? We don't have an option here, so let's go for it. Okay, so he hates the Romanis. Notice that an Empire Cross is an Empire thing. So I don't know if this is really a gift we want to give him. However, a Gilded Dagger. This is something which I think is a show of force or violence or something. So let's give him this. We already know of the great destiny of the Romani Empire that he's not going to like it because he hates Romanis. By the way, since I'm Romanis, this is kind of an awkward situation. Or we choose one of these cards, and this will be most of the time we'll just be choosing between different cards which have been generated. Of how the wealthy oppress the people of Gerat and must be brought down. So if he likes poor people, or he doesn't like wealth, or something like that, if he likes equality, equity, something like that, this will be positive. If he doesn't, then this will be a negative. But let's start off with this Gilded Dagger, because it's a gift, and if it goes well, hopefully we learn a lot about him. He greatly values force, so force, our men's worldview point just went up by +1. Since he hates the Romanis, again, I don't want to do this. Of the importance of faith in in times of trouble. Or of how Sayadi is a good friend and a fearsome foe. That is probably force, or maybe that's terror. There's different personality options I've kind of already seen. I don't think this is a Romani's thing, so let's choose this one and see what he thinks. Fear, and your words elicit no reaction. So nothing happened with that, he doesn't really care, but we have a fear +1. I mean, we're not up to, I see, I moves in half steps, maybe. So Romani we're up to 1, but fear we're at just 0 still. Of the dangers of faith and superstition, or of the Romani Empire and how the Alames needed to survive. Well, I don't think that since he dislikes the Romanis, I don't think that's a good option. Doesn't like the Romanis, so I don't think that's a good option. We're only left with one real choice here. We just have to pray. I get it. We just have to pray that he's not a faithful man. And he's a true believer, so he hates that one. Boy, we're getting screwed so far. This is obviously somewhat RNG based, and we are just getting screwed by it. Okay, of the injustice seen throughout Gerat, this is the only option which makes sense to me. He loves justice, so he liked it. Hooray! Okay, of the great future that awaits all the people of Gerat, or of your deep sense of respect for the Tarkon. He's a true believer. He loves justice, greatly values force. Let's choose this. It seems like it's a pretty safe option. Your words elicit no reaction. Oh, so apparently that was a fear? Huh. And no, we're running out of turns to get this right. Of the coming decline of the Romani Empire. Well, that seems like something he'd be completely happy with. Indeed, it is so. So he really liked that option. He gives us... By the way, my typical score for these is like 10. So us at 1 means I have been RNG'd to hell. Of the fact that this is no time for philanthropy. Of the importance of faith in troubled times. Well, he is a true believer. So let's choose this one. Maybe get us a few points. Alright, we got 1 point. 1 star. I mean, I have finished this with 3 stars, just to let you know. This was not the best. We'll probably get 3,000 credits out of it or something. Okay. Well said, well said. Oh, well said, well said. It was a pleasant talk, Duke. So, what have you decided? Will you join us? I will join you gladly, Grant. What the what? So maybe there's an RNG element to even what he chooses based on how much he likes you. I'm surprised. I want to meet other Tarkons. Do you know where to find them? There aren't any Tarkons around here, Duke. I've never heard of any. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. So, character has joined us, and we have a new ship, a Gladiator, and he gives us 3,000 money. So that is, I think, the best option. I don't know how we ended up with that with only 1 star, but hey, there it is. Maybe the later conversations, maybe that's when I got the 3 stars, and it did not elicit as much of a result. Because this is the prologue. Let me read the chat real fast. Ah, +1 ship is hard. Ha ha ha, Luckiest. Look at that, I have done it. I have a random question. Does anyone know forgotten ships from any time? I got 1 Pennsylvania. Okay, also the conversation changed your reputation, so even for perfect runs, you need to not perfect conversations to massage your reputation. That's right, yeah. The game looks beautiful. Finish, it really is. I think the polish, the art, direction, everything on that front is just top-notch. Really, really good. Okay, so let's first refuel. And then let's get to the repair jobs, which we only have 1. Now we have look at this, huge Gladiator attack frigate. That's fantastic. Let's choose the damage. Is this the one that's damaged? The problem is, I really hate this. There's no way of finding the damaged part on this screen very easily. So, first of all, we know that this is the one that was in combat because it has no missiles. We go over to this one, it has the missiles, and this one has the missiles. So we know that somewhere on this ship is the damage. But if we go to repair, that button doesn't even work. And otherwise I have to scan through these. So this is 80 durability. This is 80 durability. Okay, so yeah, I found it. Here, this is durability 98, which means I need to right-click it. And now if I go back to it, it says this module. The module is in the process of repair. I know that the part for this is 100 durability because there's no such thing as a 98 durability part. So I can right-click to repair that. And here's another one. I'll right-click that. Maybe. Am I wrong? I don't think so. So both of these took a little bit of damage, perhaps. Or maybe they are just 98 durability. Oh my gosh. Maybe they are. Okay. Now that there's 4 of them at 98 durability, I'm pretty sure that I am just wrong. But this is how you have to do it. You have to just scan through every ding-dong part and look for the part which is damaged. And I find this, well, needless to say, I find it most inconvenient. So I'm not even sure we fixed the ship, but I know that it came down here with 8 damage. If we remember, I'm landing it with 8 damage. Where the hell is that 8 damage? I don't know. One of these things is damaged with 8 less durability, or some combination of parts is damaged for a sum total of 8 durability. Please, please, who is it who makes this game? Like 1 person, I think, more or less. Fantastic game, by the way, if you are watching, but if you could fix this one last thing, just make repairing a lot easier, that would be fantastic. Okay, so I don't know where it is. I could just right-click on all the parts. So even though this part, for example, is 80 durability, I can right-click this, and it'll also say the module is in the process of being repaired, even though there's no damage to repair. So X101 asks, can't you just hit the repair tool? Yeah, so you would think, but no. And when you click that repair tool, it brings up a dialogue that you like drag the cursor over, and that will add bombs and anti-missiles back as well. Speaking of bombs and anti-missiles, I don't think that there are... But, I mean, you can see that the interface has just been given so much love. Instead of having just a simple scroll bar here, they have this nice construction style with the metal move button. It's really all very nicely done. Now, this is not a main ship repair area, so I'm going to exit. It's not a place where we're going to be able to find all the stuff we want. So, anyways, let me just exit. I don't want to harp on... the thing is, I have this tendency to over-harp on the negatives, but just, it's really like my defense mechanism of like pointing out things which are negative and thinking that people dismiss them or something like this. I don't know. Anyways, receiving a transmission from Dowd. At last! To Tarkon of the 3rd Task Force, GD Sayadi, on my order, seize the city of Melka and await our main forces there. Commander, 1st Squadron, Admiral Todd. It seems Dowd is reluctant to assault Melka with the bulk of his forces. He's sending us ahead in case they have anti-air defenses ready. That means this is our chance to get into the thick of things. So, we're refueling and departing from Melka? His voice, by the way, is probably changing, but that's fine. Affirmative. Okay, so we will refuel and repair, which is not going to take very much time. I guess we didn't do anything, so obviously if repair is 0, there's nothing to be repaired. So we'll just hold shift, wait for the refueling to be done. It is now done, and right click. Now, moving is going to be a lot, quickly moving is going to be a lot more important later. Apparently, by the way, did we refuel before we got that guy's ship? Because we only went up to 70%. A little bit strange. I mean, we are, like, barely making it to Melka. barely. So, low fuel. Very low fuel. Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so we have volley fire, whatever. Hey, this one ship that's still in the front, we're going to put it still in the front. Remember, it starts with its guns completely loaded. X101 says, love the game so far, I'm terrible at it, but the def has the old school MicroProse 5. Yeah, MicroProse is... So MicroProse has a lot more titles than the ones that I have been following most closely. The ones I'm following most closely, Task Force Admiral, Sea Power, Second Front. But, I mean, they've already released, this is like Carrier Command 2. We're playing that a little bit with Wolfpack 345 and the Historical Gamer. Anyway, let's do this fight and I'll talk. So I'm going to bring in the Gladiator second. I don't know why. But we started with our... Oh, this guy's going to be ready to go right away. Go down! Avoid! So that guy just toasted his own friend. Oh, I thought I was to shoot again. I'm actually being shot at by the... Oh my gosh. Well, this is a very busy battlefield. Get one of these guys out of here, it'd be really good. Ugh. I do like going over to this side of the... because then we're like better positioned to escape if we have to. Oh man. Crossfire. Just like the old game I used to play. Crossfire. You'll be caught up in the... Ah! Crossfire. Alright, we're not doing too bad. Just need to get rid of one of them, really. Oh, hey, there it is. Got rid of one of them, just like I wanted. So I don't want to run into his wreckage. Alright, we're doing alright. This is not bad, not bad. So, I mean, I am not usually this good. This is... I think I'm playing out of my mind. We are getting... Oh, they're taking the damage there. Oh, no. Boy, we're having some hard time getting our engines going in the right direction there. It is very difficult to hit these things, though. Gosh. Thankfully, it's typically equally as difficult for them to hit us. Alright, let's get this guy out of here. He's done a great job. He's taken a bit of damage. Alright, we're back. Let's immediately launch our missiles. Just to take somebody out. Keep our Gladiator in top shape. Oof. Oof. So that hurt that guy, I guess. We got some heavy guns on this one, but it's a much slower craft, as you can see. Bigger and slower. I'm just using it kind of like a shotgun. Let's just get away from him. Oh boy, and then we have to use the flares. Flares! No! Now, I haven't demonstrated this yet, but this might be the right time to demonstrate that there is a retry option, a restart option. You can use it at any point in time. So we took 500, we lost an escape pod. Let's just go ahead and restart just as a to demonstrate that it's not that hard if you have a hard time. If something goes wrong, I actually don't want this gladiator coming in second. I want him coming in third, maybe even more than third. Now again, our guy starts with his ammunition ready to go, so it's to our benefit to start firing right away. Although it's also to our benefit not to get hit right away. Boy, that was a pretty bad start. Go! Alright, just narrowly dodge that one. Again, point. Oh god, fuel system on fire. So now here's where we gotta use our fire suppression system, just as somebody mentioned. We are in very bad shape. Okay, our engine is overheating. I don't even know, do we have an engine? We're doing okay? Let's just restart this one. I dislike it. Bad start, bad start. Yeah, okay, let's go back. Let's try this. I want to start closer to them. Ah, this is good. This is better. Because we start with our gun fully loaded, so it's like to our benefit to just start firing right away. Oh yeah, that's also good when they choose to kill each other. Woo! This poor guy is absorbing half the damage for me. Kill confirmed. Ah, that's music to my ears. Oh boy, that guy hit me with almost every single one. Okay, they're in. Get away from me. Just spray and pray at this point. And then, good, just when they start shooting. Oh my gosh, he actually hit me. Bring in my next character. Man, that guy has a lot of guns. Keep getting fooled by his... I'm pretty sure that's the mechanic even. But he has 2 volleys he fires. So we can bring in our next ship. Okay, let's use some flares here. Got one, okay. Alright, let's get this guy out of here. He's done his job. Oh boy. No, I forgot about the second one. Aiming is not easy, I'm just telling you, it's really not. Void. I did it for once, I did it. Okay, let's just get out of here. Alright, fantastic. And last him. Okay, we avoided some of that. Alright, we avoided most of that. I hear the missiles. Oh, just barely. Holy cow. That was some good damage. Unfortunately, we're attacking from a different angle, which does mean that, you know, less likely to do damage. Just this in this one, if you don't get it right, you just lose your entire load. Or if you get it right, you get a kill. Wow, that was perfect. So it took quite a lot of damage on that one, but that was fun. Okay, continue. Woo! Let me take a drink. Read the chat. What does that honor mean? Is that the ship's XP? I believe so, NC Dave, but I'm not sure. I've always interpreted that as like how much, yeah, reputation maybe. You should have taken the repair speed. Time is the key in this game. Yeah, Charles, I think there's something to be said about that. I'm also not sure the benefit. I prefer to give myself a benefit where I don't get hit. Okay, so yeah, I mean, the way I always play these games is if there's an option to make you better at not being hit, choose that over the option which makes you take less damage or less of an effect when you get hit. That's always it's just like the min-maxi in me. So, oh, we're going to do some landing here. And I don't think any of our ships are too terribly damaged that we'll have a hard time doing these landings. I think we'll shoot for the 10 and 20, but let's go over to the right, because I don't know if somebody took... If anybody else on here is taking more... Oh, 100. 100, you say? Now, I think this is one which only took 20 damage. So let me save the 100 for the next Navarine, which is, I think, in worse shape. Yeah, so I think I can get this 10 and 20, get us 30%. Got it, 30%. Okay, didn't take any damage. It will say if you take damage. This one's going for the 100, and it is much more damaged. I don't even see my ship, which is terrifying. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Okay, I was just hidden behind the cloud. And there is rotation. You also have to control your rotation. So if you turn too much, I mean, especially it's normally when your engines are banged up. We're gonna have a hell of a time getting into this 100 though. So good luck to us. I don't know. Can we even make it? I think so. Charles said good point. That was about my comment about rather not taking damage. But no, I'm still not sure about your comment. It might have been better. Just explaining why I do things the way I do it. We're going to have to rotate a little bit to get in. Squeaky, 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 squeaky.
Touchdown confirmed.
We did it! Oh, that was one of my best landings of all time. Now, I know this guy's taking a bit of damage, but the bigger... This is a Gladiator, not a Navarine. The bigger craft are just much harder to land. So that's why I wanted to save the nice big 20, 10, huge open landing right below. The bigger craft are just, I mean, they're just harder to land. So, I mean, I should just say it this way. The Navarines are extremely easy to land. They're like, very nimble. It's like driving a car versus driving a bus. So we're going to come in at like -10 here, just drift ever so slowly down. But I think I can still pull off a 30% bonus. Looking good. This just...
Touchdown confirmed.
Beep, 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 beep. Got it.
Good work, everyone.
Oh man, I recorded one of my episodes. I received it was during the prologue, yeah, and during this. And when you're landing, you get the people are waiting for you dialogue, and that actually popped up erroneously before I had landed, and my ship just crashed. So there's my ship. You can actually see it, and there's the other ship. So you can see them when they land. I mean, it's very impressive, the detail of this game. Like they didn't have to show you where you landed, but boy, isn't that cool to see it in the background. So what happened is it went to this screen, you know, the shipwork supplies like cut away when you're done docking, but I hadn't done, my ship was still hovering in the air, and in the background you could just see it drop and explode. That was funny. Okay, so what do we need to do here? We need to get more supplies. Main thing we're doing here, and we can go to shipworks. I believe here we can get more supplies if I remember correctly. So notice now there are some red things popping up. Maybe the red means only what you can repair. So heavy damage sustained, performance greatly reduced. Now the repair icon is going to work, and I can do this. However, when you do this, everything is just fine. Okay, so this is going to work just fine for the Gladiator. Did I not use my anti-ship missiles? It's almost a mistake, but apparently just going to take 1.4 hours. It might be taking repair credits or repair modules or whatever. What's the plus 29? Is this like how many repair modules it'll take? I don't know. Anyway, so we need to repair this Navarine, it's telling us, by the way. We're repairing this Gladiator. Yeah, and this one, so this is the only downside with doing the repair thing, is that eventually I think it puts bombs on. But no, maybe they've patched it to not do that. Have they heard my cries? I didn't even publish that video. So this is wonderful. It looks like it's now doing repairs and repair costs. So 100 plus 100 repair. I don't know if this is repair time or if this is a different currency. Let's go over to the other Navarine. I think this has been just kind of polished up. So this is working a lot nicer than it was like 2 days ago even. And again, this will be the fourth time I mention it, but This is the prologue. I plan to do this stream with the prologue, but then I'm planning to start a real gameplay series on this right after War on the Sea ends, so it'll be coming up within a week. Episode 1 will be starting at the end of this prologue. So, and that'll be, if you're not interested in seeing all the story or tutorial type stuff, feel free to just check out that video in that series, which will come out, within a week or so. Alright, so it looks good. We've repaired these guys. Those are the only 3 which have landed, so the Wanderer, not in the docks. And you can click on put in the docks, and then you just go through the Moonlander docking minigame for those as well. But I think we're all set here. And they don't have any anti-ship missiles. And I think I mentioned this, maybe not. The reason why this game reminds me the most of Airship Conquer the Skies is because you can repair and recreate your ship however you want. Now, you're not supposed to do that for designs that are already part of your fleet. You can, but it's not quite like Airship Conquer the Skies where you just do whatever you want to any ship and it's fine. You're supposed to make these in the main menu, like before you're in a game, and then you can import those designs into your current game, something like that. As for us, we'll just exit. Just make sure I got supplies, we did, and we can exit. Okay, game is saved. You can now reload the campaign from this point at any time. Fantastic. Can you have point defense? Is it better to do a suicide burn at the end? Good questions from Finish, my local moderator. Is it better to do a suicide burn at the end? Well, you do have a thruster maximum that you have to keep. I mean, you can't exceed some thruster amount. So if you just do mass thruster at the very end, you might burn your engines out and then you'll just crash. So you have to moderate that. And can you have point defense? That's a good question. I think so. I don't know, though. If anybody else can answer that, let us know. Okay, the watch reports. The watch reports a squadron approaching. Understood, I'm on my way. This is our... this is Admiral Dowd, and just... You could probably tell just based on the way they drew his face. It's like such good art direction in this game. He's an a-hole. He ain't nobody's friend. Piotr Grand Duke. I mean, my voice will go. Let's do it anyways. I'm gonna roll with it. Eventually, I'll tone it down. But well, you have my congratulations, gentlemen. The campaign has proven to be a great success so far. Yep. That's right. Oh boy. And I am confident, Admiral, that we owe this success to the Duke's town. The Admiral looks at you without saying a word. How did your talks with Prince Fazil go? I hope you followed your orders to the letter. Affirmative, Admiral, or we can say I think you underestimate the Prince. This is kind of interesting. I don't know... Like, as much as I dislike this guy, I don't feel like it's our place to just say, stick a big middle finger in his face. I think you misunderstand him. But yeah, let's just say this, because let's see what happens. Your words take the Admiral by surprise, okay? Why do you say that, Duke? The Elames are stalwart and intrepid people. Many will follow their prince eagerly, no matter what he does, or the prince still enjoys great authority among the local dukes. He could be useful to the crown. This is interesting. So, by the way, this is our first definition of Elames, and the word has appeared before, but... So, the Elames are a desert folk. The indigenous people of Gerat, the Kingdom of Elam, used to be independent before Gerat became part of the Romani Empire. There we go. Let's see. This is a kind of tough one, because I feel number 1 is the better option for my character, but my character is also speaking to a guy who we don't really even care to share that information with, because he's, the local bad guy on the good guy side. Who's like the prototypical example of that? I'm trying to think of who's like that jerkwad on the good guy's side. Can't even think. Anyway, so we'll say this first one because it seems really like a great poetic statement. Admiral Todd -1. The Elu dynasty hasn't been able to win their old throne back after 7 years. I'm afraid the Elames have lost their chance. Notice that his voice is just walking the full spectrum as we go.
Either way, our next target is Ur. We will join Skoblev's squadron there and begin our advance towards northern Gerat, You've proven your mettle, Grand Duke. I will entrust you with the mission to seize Ur by force. The cruiser Diana and several Intrepid-class frigates will be transferred to your command.
Hard to respond to my own voice. Somebody said something like that to me. Just the cruiser will be enough. Okay, so wait, and several Intrepid-class frigates. We could say thank you for your confidence, Admiral, and just... I need to ask, actually, the chat a question. If I only take the cruiser, will I take the Intrepid-class frigates into the main campaign with me? I would prefer to have those. So close to what I want the voice acting to be. Oh my gosh, I like it. That's right. Well, I should be paid to do the voice acting for this. Can you imagine how many... Oh my gosh. Fantastic reviews they would have. So yeah, that's something I'm not sure about. Whether or not... Because I'm happy to just take the cruiser. I feel like we can, especially with the addition of the... What was it called? The new Tarkon who joined us. He gave us a really powerful ship. And that one seems pretty good. But I want these Intrepid-class frigates for the main campaign. Is it a standard thing, though? Take the fleet. Okay, so we'll just say thank you for your confidence, Admiral.
Good. I shall not detain you any longer, then. Pyotr Ignatievich, Grand Duke.
Alright, order executed, so apparently the guy doesn't hate us too much. Good thing he doesn't know anything about what his voice sounds like. 9 hours to repair, quite a long time. We also have a good amount of time to refuel, and I'm pretty sure this is where we're going to get our first, yep, there it is, interaction with the radio signals. Tarkon, sir, we've intercepted a radio transmission. Pick up the phone, quickly. Pick it up yourself, old man. Choose the band, so this one's blinking. Then we tune it until we get signal strength. So let me just do it this, yeah. Oh, it's going up, it's going up. Oh, okay, apparently went up far enough. Then we just turn around until we get some signal. There we go, we did it. Pretty simple minigame. Deneb equals, will arrive in approx 9 hours going 150 following the route Kushan. Route Kushan, okay. Wire whether you can supply liquid nitrogen. 10,500 kilograms, okay, fair enough. Now we know their bearing and destination. Strike groups. Strike groups are powerful enemy ship formations that hunt you. The best course of action is to avoid them at all costs. Fair enough.
Where are they going?
Deneb, well, we know this. They're going to Kushan. I even thought about feeding him misinformation. Like, what if we just told him we're going to Hamat? Anyways, they're going to Kushan.
Excellent. We'll outmaneuver them. Now, Duke, take the ships and go to Ur by way of Hamat.
We'll take off as soon as we're ready, Admiral.
Stick it to the man. We'll take off when we're ready.
I may have contacted the Delta variant. Can I get a ship too? Let's see if it survives the journey. Well, contracted, yes. Okay, just 1.9 hours. You can get, there's no ship names, so you can have a ship if you'd like to roleplay that or not, as you wish. Okay, good to go. Fuel, repair, all done. Evade, or go get merchant modules. So obviously we need to go to Hamat. Off we go. And this time we're going to get an option, since we have a cruiser, to launch a... If I'm not mistaken... There it is. We need to make sure the enemy strike group never learns of our movements. Oh, sorry, I'm not doing his voice. But to keep our location safe, we must destroy the garrison of Hamat before they can sound the alarm. Our cruiser is too slow. It is unsuitable for a surprise attack. We need to form a group of our fast ships and use them to attack the enemy. This game is really cool. It has these interesting mechanics where you have to detach fast ships to like attack and neutralize forward elements before they can report your location, like your big ships, about your big ships. So Here you can see the chance that the sudden strike will succeed with the current group. So it's 79% right now. Like I said, everything on this user interface, which is gorgeous and looks like it's just decorative, actually everything is functional, which I find just really, really impressive. Choose the fastest ships in your squadron. So we can like look through these and see their speed option. 307, that's a good one. 307, that's a good one. So those are both the Intrepids. The Navarons are pretty fast, 295. The Wanderer, it's like that more exploratory ship. We haven't been taken into a combat, and its speed is a little bit lower, 250. The Nomad, definitely not a good one. Gladiator is actually 300, and it's a very darn good ship, too. I might want to take that one. I don't know why these Navarons are showing red. Didn't we repair all these damn things? Well, let's take the Gladiator, because I really like that ship. Add more ships. So we're at 99%, we can add more. Okay, apparently we're only adding 2 ships. I would add more, but that's fine for whatever. Excellent, the group is ready now. Send it to Hamat. So we just right-click on Hamat. Land. So actually, move the cursor and left-click. So left-click. Once the group has completed its mission, order it to rejoin the squadron. Now this is the thing I had a hard time doing. I never was able to get it to rejoin the squad. All I had to do was wait for the main squad to just go land on Hamat, and then they magically merged. But maybe it's more obvious to me this time. We'll see. Okay, so we have this minor group in yellow, which is zipping on ahead. The white group is the main force, and that's with the cruiser and all that. But once that yellow group gets there, we should get into combat with only just 2 of our, just the 2 of our ships. So now we see the electronic intelligence is unlocked. All this stuff is unlocked as part of the GUI. It was just metal covered before. Man, it's just so extremely polished GUI. I love it. Okay, so we only have 2 ships because they wouldn't let us add any more. We'll take the Intrepid, then the Gladiator, then. Oh, welcome, Wolfpack. Oh, hey, cool, you're playing this game. I played through the campaign like 3 times. Wow, Berserker. You can shed your experience then, because that's definitely more than my experience. Oh, they're on the ground. Right, I have to go shoot them. In fact, I should just start shooting them. Ah! They're shooting me. Oh my gosh, they lit me on fire. So the Intrepids, by the way, they have this kind of downside, I would say, that they have a very quick burst. Oh boy. Alright, he was taking damage, so apparently he was not having a good time. Oh, that was good. Oh, man, that was close. Almost got a hit. Almost. No, don't hit me. That is like the missiles. Has a lot of juice coming my way. Oh god, hold on, please no, please no. Oh, we have my second in command. 1 second. Get in your room. Oh, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. These things happen. I need to take a sip of Coke anyway. Okay, good. She just wanted to report that she had taken her nap, and it's music to my ears. All right, let's go. Where were we in this battle? I think we're focusing on which ship? I think I need to focus on this one. It's just gonna wreck my crap. Okay. And the main thing is watch out for the rockets. Oh my god.
Missile destroyed.
Oh no. What was destroyed? Oh, I'm in a bad position. Okay.
Fuel 50%.
Hey, that wasn't bad. Oh, that's very good. Oh, hit him with the missiles! Hit him! Ah, that would have been wonderful. Oh, he's rolling. I'm going for it. Oh, that was beautiful. That was a good one.
Fuel 30%.
And getting his way. Perfect! He's killing his own buddy! That was all according to plan. Oh, we're almost out of fuel. Oh no, my fuel's at 23. Duly noted. We will leave. We're going to take the quick way out. 15. We'll get there. Go, go, go! Okay, good. Before the rockets come, basically. So we have this much fuel. Ah! You gotta be kidding me. What a terrible, terrible start. Oh wow, that was a nice first burst though. Yeah, pretty good second burst too. Oh, that's it. Yeah, we won. Okay, yeah, the gladiator comes in, cleans it up. Continue. So we could retry, but I think that's fine. It's a long campaign. I'm just a little past where he is now. Usually worth firing your missiles before the enemy blows them off you. Did I not fire my missiles? Okay, now this is the question. I could open here, but what I want to do is reattach this group to my main group. How does one do it? Because if I left click, it just selects this one. But that's what they said, is you're supposed to like left click. Or if I right click, it seems like I'm actually here. I'm landed. Because we have flight, we have loiter, and then we have land. So these ships are actually landed now. Or not landed because they're not like on the ground. I have to do the moonlander thing. But they are not... They're like somehow hovering above the city or something like that. Yeah, okay, so DAS 111 says it does automatically. Okay, very good. So then we'll just wait for this group to go in there and merge the two. Okay, that's what I had been... It says you're supposed to give an order to reattach them, but my experience has been that you don't do that, and apparently that's the chat's experience as well. So we're 6 ships right now, but in a second, when we get there, it should become... It didn't. We're paused. Oh, there. Okay, I had somehow paused like a microsecond before I should have. So now, yeah, we're one big group. One big happy family. Okay, so now we have a crap ton of ships. Wow, we're looking quite good. I do want to repair you. The Nomad, see, I've tried to repair this 40 damage. It's been there before in the previous playthrough. I wasn't able to repair it. But we do want to repair the ones that took damage. We also want to... So this is funny. This gladiator has 1 expendable out of 0. How does that work? Maybe I'll land gladiator. Did they shoot off the missile pod or something? So let's land the Intrepid, land the gladiator, land that. I know I just said... Okay, so we're landing 5 things. My god. This will give me time to read the chat. You are the most damaged, so you should take the 20... Oh, you should take the 50. Oh, yeah. So the Intrepids have this horrible roll angle issue. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. I think this is the... Is this the most damaged? Maybe. I do see 104 over there, by the way. So, if this is not the most damaged, we should land... Oh, no, there's one with more damage, I think. So we'll get the 104 damage... 104 repair speed to the one that has more damage. Assuming it's not too big.
300 meters.
This thing has a great engine, by the way. I mean, besides the fact that it looks like it's coming in diagonally.
100 meters. Throwing it ready.
Just need to rotate a bit. I'm seeing no problems here. I hate the fact that it glitches. I can't see what I'm doing.
Touchdown confirmed.
5 hit points. Ding dong. So let me actually see, is this something... No, I don't want to cancel landing. Let's just land. I wonder if that's something I can get rid of, though. That little, like, the glitching that goes on when you're trying to land. It does make it impossible to see.
500 meters.
Okay, yeah, I get it. That is... You're
300
right,
meters.
too fast. These gladiators are a little bit slower on their thrusters, so you have to be a little more careful about just bringing them in full speed. We'll try to grab both 10s here. So, I mean, compared to the one we just landed, the Nomad is huge. Look how big it is! Oh my god, where's this even gonna fit? We might be able to fit it on the 40.
300 meters.
Nope. Okay, I think we can do this.
100 meters. Everyone get ready.
Will it work? Question mark. I think so. Slowly now, slowly. We're just gonna ignore that 72 below us.
Touchdown confirmed.
This is not easy. Oh, wait, I make it look easy, right? But no, it's not easy. Okay, good. I don't think we took any damage either. Where's the Navern gonna go? This is probably a good candidate for... It doesn't have that much damage. I think I'll just stick it right next to the other one, just in case we have one more coming in. How many have we landed?
300 meters.
We already landed. I think there's nobody left. We'll just do 104 on this. The interesting thing is, it is serial. As far as I can tell, it is serial to repair time, which means that you're not repairing them in. What it would make the most sense to me is the ship in most need of repair is the only thing which limits your repair time. Because all the others should be repaired while you're repairing. No, but in this game, I think you only have like one mechanic and he just goes from ship to ship. So the repair time adds up. Oh, we do have one more, and this is probably would have been better for the... Okay, where else can we go then? 20... Yeah, we only have the option of 20. Okay, so let's go down here.
500 meters.
Just land it right next to the Nomad.
300 meters.
Oh, so repairs and orders, the order you choose to repair them.
100
Okay,
meters.
good to know.
Everyone get ready. Touchdown confirmed.
40%, there we go. So we did take 5 HP damage on that landing, which is a little unfortunate. But anyway, okay. Tarkon, sir. Some of our ships are in need of repair, and this city has a shipyard. We would do well to repair them here. I'll handle it at once. Okay, and we also want to get supplies. To me, that's like the... Maybe I shouldn't get supplies first, though, because if we repair something like a fuel pod, maybe that's the thing which... Okay, yeah, this ship, I get it. Okay, and you give the repair order. It will not be possible to complete the repairs if we don't have the necessary spare parts. Understood, Piotr. Alright, so who's the most damage? I think they've updated this. It didn't used to do that. So this one's not in the docks. Not in the docks. Not in the docks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they fixed this. So we can repair what? Oh, yeah. We actually lost an entire part. Oh, boy. Okay, so let me catch up with Jack, because I saw X4, and then I saw Alexius talk about this X4. Now, I don't know what to play when I get home, X4 or this. I love the X series. I've never played X4 or any of the games after X3 Terran Conflict, but... Time to wake up the baby, so everyone's excited. There we go. Anyway, okay, so we'll repair this. That should allow us to also put on a missile. Do they sell them here, though? They don't. Okay, get ready to repeat those tutorial dialogue even on the subsequent playthrough. Really? Oh, so I'm gonna skip the prologue and future stuff. Or that was at least my plan. So we did the repair here. That's good. That only takes 0.5 or so 5 repair cost. What is this plus 20 wrench? Oh my gosh, Terran Conflict. Yeah, Alexi's actually... Oh man. X3 remains to this day. Both, like, a combination, but maybe probably... Okay, probably Terran Conflict. I have Albion Prelude as well, by the way, but I just never played it. But X3 Terran Conflict is probably one of the most played games in my entire life. Wow, I played it so much. I think I did the calculations on it, and it was, like, embarrassing. It was a lot of hours. It was a lot of days. I mean, it's probably weeks. Weeks of just... yeah. it's a game that you can really dive into and keep going. Okay, so let me get to this game. Sorry. So this guy has minor repairs to make. Let's not worry about that. Can you show me what repairs you need? Now it's not showing me. How do I get that thing to happen where it shows me the red? Okay. So like this one reported it had 40 damage, but if I go to repair, what will it do? So it does not come up with a repair thing. So I landed this thing for nothing, I think. Let's go to this Intrepid. Okay, there it is. I love it that it's showing me this now. So repair. I just don't want any bombs. That's the main thing. I don't want any bombs. Okay, it's doing all that. Does repair now not add bombs? Oh, there's no bombs to sell here, so I'm actually pretty safe to just do repair max on all things. Okay, so repair max. Can't repair for whatever reason, and repair max. And I guess I can't do any repairs on these, which is weird to me. Okay, can I right click? Now it says this module is in the process of being repaired. So I don't understand, because this did not allow me to repair, but it says I can right click and repair. Does anybody see what I'm facing here? If I go over to this guy, and this part is 30, right? So this fuel tank is 30. And if I go over to this guy, it shows it as damaged, because it shows that durability 27, but I can't hit repair to do anything. So I have to like right click on it manually. This is 30, 30, 30, 30. Yeah, and then I click on this one, and I don't even know what the problem is. I see a difference here, by the way. This, look, if you look right here, there's something there, and now it's gone. What the heck? Did this lose something? Maybe it's damaged. Okay, now I'm repairing it. 84, is that what it's supposed to be? Reinforced hole. Somewhere over here there's a reinforced hole. Let's just click on this one. Reinforced hole, yeah, 100. I don't know. I mean, I've now right-clicked to add some things to the repair queue. I have no idea if that's what you're supposed to do or not. So, this, I don't know, this could be tuned a little bit. If the developers ever see this, or if anybody... Well, I mean, I'm just saying it. Maybe eventually I'll get a chance to report that back. But the game is very well polished. I want to keep emphasizing that. Because don't let this, like... I'm getting hung up on some of the details. But it's a fantastic game. Okay, so I think that's all we need to do here. Yeah, so the repair thing might be replacement of parts, but I'm not sure. Now let's go ahead and order our fuel. And that should take us to the final fight for the prologue. Which means we're getting close. Perfect timing, hour and a half stream in. Okay, we're back to our voice acting. Oh boy. We just got off the line with the squadron. Any news from the capital? Not much. Oh, 1 second. She tried to negotiate. Okay, anyways. She ruined my voice acting. The flow, it's all gone. Not much. The situation's still grim. Oh yeah, this voice. The rebels are firmly entrenched in Kadam Ridge. It'll be a long while before we can drive them out. And what of the reactor that everyone's talking about? Does it really exist? And this is funny because every time I'm coming into the prologue, I have done a few recordings. I was going to put the prologue up as my gameplay series on the channel, but every time I come into this, I keep thinking, what the hell are they talking about? What is this reactor? I've never heard of it. Everyone's talking about it. This is the first I've heard of it. Everyone's talking? Yeah, exactly my question. Who's talking about it? Peter's voice trails off. He looks at you for several seconds of silence. You should probably ask the Admiral about that, Grand Duke. Okay, well, he doesn't want to tell me. That's fine. So we have some repairs to do, 4 hours of it, and we also have some refueling to do. I don't know how long the refueling takes. Looks like the refueling will take longer than the repairs, which is good. It means that repairs are not slowing us down any. Okay, here we go. Caesar, this is the last thing we need to do. No one knows what might be waiting for us, Duke. Should the going get tough, I ask that you request reinforcements from the Admiral. And our options are, and become laughing stock, don't even think about it, General. Or, rest assured, General, I would never put my men at risk just to save face. I wish there was a different option than just these two. But basically, they're telling you that if you choose this option, you're going to look like a ninny head. Ow, the piano. Rest assured, General, I would never put my men at risk just to save face, is what I will say. I'm glad to hear that, Duke. Should you require reinforcements, just use the internal comms to contact the Admiral. Okay, yeah, so we can press, ask for help, press this button right here. I don't plan on doing that, but that's fine. So shift to move away. Oh, it paused. I don't know why. Oh, because of the radio signal. Very good, so we can do this one more time. Okay, I saw it over here somewhere. Okay, we have enough to get this. And save. Okay. Expect in 9 hours, speed 150, 150 heading southwest. South 150. Oh, speed 150 heading southwest. Got it. Following the route Kushan Melka. Okay, so he's not going our way. He's going to Melka. We avoided them. Fair enough. Put the phone down. Unpause. Keep going. Alright, and this one, I guess we're not going to worry about sending a sudden strike probability. Just charging right on in. It is the main fight, so, you know, give us all our ships and all that, I guess. Woo! Let me take one more drink, because here we are. This is it. This is the big one. Oh boy, that was a lot of ships on the bottom there. Prize ship. Transport. Transport ship will surrender if you destroy his escort. Try not to damage the transport so that it can be sold for a good price. I wonder, I've actually never encountered a transport. It is part of the strategic map stuff, but... Okay, so let's pull this lever. Look at the... Oh boy. Okay, so we have a Scarab, a Jaguar, a Talos, Nimrod, Talos, Nimrod. Okay, so a lot of ships we have to deal with here. Who do we want to go first? We want anti-ship missile stuff to go first. I don't see anti-ship missiles on this. I see one. I see two on this first Intrepid, so that one will go first. I see two on this Navarin, so that will go second. The Gladiator I kind of want last, although it does have one anti-ship missile. This Navarin has one. You can, I mean, if you really smash your face against the monitor, you can't zoom in, but you can see that there's a missile there. No missile there. Anyway, the Wanderer should be like the only thing besides the Nomad to go last, and this Navarin can be like right here. And I shouldn't be afraid to cycle ships out pretty quickly if we take any damage, because we have a lot of ships. I mean, if everyone just takes out one ship, we're good. I don't know if that will actually work out that way, but I mean, and especially as we wear them down, as each first ship takes out one ship, the fighting becomes a lot easier for every subsequent ship. Anyway, here we go, and we will probably have to retry this a few times, but that's fine. Let's go. Oof. Oh, I should launch my missiles, huh? Oof. Ah! Trying to dodge. Okay, so we already did our... Wow! We got two! We got two! Get out of here! Get out! You did your job. Soldier, you did your job. Get out of here! Please. Okay. Good. Why did we take so much damage? Oh my god, we got wrecked.
Missile launch.
You gotta be kidding me. This is a lot of I mean, this is actually a lot of missiles. And just a lot of crap. Just a lot of... We're going right to that retreat. Sorry. Please. Get me out of here. Okay. Very good. Ugh. Launch missiles if you have them. Oh, they destroyed it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Should we just restart this one? Okay, let me just hit B. If I lose a ship, I swear I'm restarting. This is pretty exciting. So far, we haven't done too bad. I would say we're not doing great. I was doing a lot better in the beginning, but... I don't know what that thing is, but it's just so painful. No! 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 No more missiles. No more. It didn't hit me. Yeah, that's a dynamic 71%. What the hell is that thing which keeps hitting me? Oh man, we are in bad shape. Okay, yeah, so we should abandon ship here, but what we're gonna do instead is restart. I was planning to do that from the very beginning. I talked myself into it before the battle was really over. But this time, let's do this. Let's launch our missiles right away. Take out one thing, hopefully. Okay, it is not dead. Are you out of your mind? Oh my god, we took a hit. Nope, nope, nope. Just quick restart. Let's try this again. Sorry, that was my bad. Gotta pay a little more attention.
Missile launched.
Oh, it's gonna have its weapons ready.
It missed with both missiles. You gotta be out of your mind.
No. Start this off right so that we wanna anchor ourselves into a good start. So we don't have to worry. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Oh, that's a stupid ground attack force. I'm a ding-dong. Don't care about the anti-air stuff. That's not who I want to target.
Missile away.
Okay. Let's take some damage there. Oh my gosh, that missile almost came back. Taunt. Wow, that's a lot of crap.
Kill confirmed.
I mean, we had to go somewhere. Jeez, man, that's a lot of missiles. Oof. No! I don't know what this is, but it is annoying. Just put a few right into it. And you know what? We gotta get to a retreat. Yeah, it's like a shotgun. That's actually pretty cool. No, don't hit it! You see our ship? You missed it in the bottom left. You can rewind or whatever. But the top half of our ship was missing as we coasted into the the retreat button. So again, I have to remember a little. I just need to do a little bit in the beginning to ease the burden of the rest of the fight. Just hit them. Yes. What? Still not dead? How is this guy surviving? Okay, okay. It hit him! I did it! I'm the greatest ever! Oh my god, no, no, no! This game can be frustrating, did I mention? Okay, so we got a kill. Let's just go and retreat. It takes some very difficult aiming as well. Even with the cursor on the... Oh my god, that guy's aim was insane. Okay, we're getting out of here. Screw you, I'm going home. Not a great start to that. Come back. Oh my god. Missile away? It's a hit! Let's just focus on this guy. Maybe we can get one guy. Oh my god, I forgot about the missile. That's fine. Ramming speed. Oh, there's no morale in Prologue? Well, yeah, I guess they're all 10. What do you start at 9 in the campaign? Alright, so quickly need to launch missiles. We do need to get rid of somebody quickly, though. Oh man, this guy's gonna blow his... Where are these missiles going? I'm just curious to know. Did they hit anybody? can bounce off the... Oh, yeah, that got hit. You can bounce off the edge of the screen. Just my own little cheaty little tactic. Okay, let's launch these missiles and please get a kill this time. Wait for it. Oh, nice. And I'm not paying attention. Oh, good. Ouch. Okay, put out the fire. Oh my god, get out of here. That was a lot of damage. We have to go all the way over to the other side to retreat. They actually killed me? What the heck? Thought I avoided that. Actually, I still think I avoided that. I don't know how that hit me. You gotta be kidding me. When where are these missiles going? I don't care, because we're restarting. Yeah, we're restarting if they don't hit. You might as well start off on a good foot, right? You smashed a wreck. That's... Okay, that's... Lost a bridge. It's probably going to be problematic. Barely avoided that one. Countermeasures. Okay, B. We're on fire. We have taken a lot of damage. Where's our retreat? Oh, it's down here. Oh, perfect. Let's just get out of here. We've done our job. Let's just get out. Okay, good. Next ship. Fire from long range. Why not? Not even bad. Oh, yeah. Missiles. Oh my gosh. There's a hit! It's another hit! It's a hit! Oh, we're on fire. We're on fire. And this is a fast one, so let's just try to survive. Oh no! Where's the retreat? We don't even have any weapons. We're just in bad shape. We're getting out of here. We landed a few hits. Let's launch the missiles. Oh my gosh, the rockets. Oh wow, we did it. We did it! We killed one, okay. Okay, don't get two. Ah! Damn it. Now this must be the Gladiator. Oh, it's just an Intrepid. This has really good armor. Yikes. It's difficult. Oh my gosh. Boy, is it difficult. Now this guy's already taken 2 missiles, I thought. What is he still doing just hanging out? Like nothing. Alright, let's just get to the next one. No anti-ship missiles. Hopefully that's a hit. It is. Please just die. But we got a kill! Hooray! Alright, so we have some damage. We can. This is a winnable battle, I feel. We're getting there. Okay? Countermeasures. Oh my god, missile! I almost didn't see it. I have my volume not too loud. Ah! It's just the way I stream. Ah, man, it's the double. The old double. This guy's the double. Okay, and go. And go. And go. Okay. That's the best I can do. He killed his own missile. Yay! Oh god, no. Not the ground fire. This game is tough. Fun tough, though. I would say it's fun tough. Ouch. Ouch. Double ouch. And where's my retreat button? Okay. I don't even know how many people we have left. Oh, we killed him. Okay. So let's just get ready to go. And once again, those things helped me. That was some tough shooting. Ah! Good. Okay, we did a lot of damage to him. We need to get over to that retreat, but we also want to do this. Alright, let's just get out of here. Doing great. Alright, who do we have now? What do we have? This is the Gladiator. Alright, I'm very happy to have the Gladiator here. I went down so that my missile was, yeah, could do that. I'm just gonna pick him off. I don't care. Damn it, it's damage. We got him. We got it. We did it. Hooray! Don't. All right. So in the middle of all that battle, we did lose some crew. This works. I guess this is kind of like the same way it works in the Starsector. You know, you need a certain amount of crew to be effective. You lose them on like recoveries and all that. Oh yeah, Berserker. I really like the Gladiator, but it is slow as crime, man. It is just so it's so slow. It is a crime. Boy, it's slow. But nice, really nice weapons on that thing. Is it worth it to go for the land missile spammers? You know, Zen, that's a really good question. I don't know. Anyway, one of our Navrans got a promotion. Ship is 20% more maneuverable in combat. This to me just seems like a no-brainer. Maneuverability is pretty important. I think that means acceleration, like your ability to shift directions. Otherwise, we can reduce ship casualties by 30%. We just prefer not to take casualties. Or we can start battle with our guns fully loaded. And I haven't found that very effective. So let's do this one. Okay, good. So now we can land, and I think that is the end of the prologue. We'll see. How do you get more crew? That's a good question. Land with the 1900 damage. Seems like maybe that's a good candidate for repairs. See, the Nomad, even though I landed and tried to repair, still has 40 damage, but we'll leave it as is. Gladiator, kind of... I have no damage on, but can we... Why does it say no expendables? Never. I mean, we're going to do a lot of landing. Just hold on to your horses here. We got a lot of landing to do. We're going to land whoever I just said. I should have picked them in the order of being most damaged. I don't think I did that. But this is a Intrepid, which does need to get repaired and has significant damage. We're going to aim for the 80 here. Although this one doesn't have that much damage. Let's go over to the 32 instead. This one must be missing an engine or something. It's like drifting all over the heck. All over the frickin' place. It's not the worst thing I've ever tried to land, though, so we do have that going for us, that I have some experience with even worse.
100 meters.
Okay, this looks okay. Good. Control that rotation.
Touchdown confirmed.
Oh, 7 hit points on that landing. That did not seem that fast to me. Okay, this is our 80.
Thrusters. Beginning final approach.
This one's red. So this is probably our 1300 damage one.
500 meters.
That's still, I don't know, that last one. Welcome, Rovlum H.
300 meters.
I still think that's BS. I did not hit. I did not. That was a very slow, easy landing. Give me 7 damage for that. I protest. Where's my, you know, in like sports, you get a challenge. I want to challenge that one.
Throwing it ready.
Oh, this has no struts. Apparently has no struts. Okay. That's a problem. An Intrepid. This one might go to my 43. Yeah, that one had to land on that's a no landing gear landing, that last one. But I didn't even realize it until we were touching down.
500 meters.
Finish Jaeger's on the challenge. We'll see what he comes up with.
300 meters.
You know, you could actually do that, I guess. You could go back into the game and, like, you know, rejudge it, and then you could just edit your save game or whatnot, or, you know, cheat yourself in somehow. That'd be kind of a fun thing to do, to, like, have somebody official, like a YouTube playthrough series. Yeah, you're right, Tortuga. We didn't see it was justified, so, you know, take this amount of money or time or whatever back, or, you know, edit that damage back out. Okay, this Navarine is quite damaged. We need whatever amount is left, so let's go over to the 22, 23 over here. I think that's the best we can do.
300 meters.
This one might not be actually that bad, but 23. I'm assuming that nobody is more damaged coming after this guy.
100 meters. Throwing it.
Robert Wagner says, "What's the elevator?" Wait, what the heck? What the heck happened? What? What? Wait. Is this from the very beginning? Please no, not from the very... Oh my god. Did it crash though I was not... it just suddenly, like, said, you're done, and I hadn't landed yet, right? Okay, so this Intrepid just goes, like, on the 10. It has, like, almost no damage at all. Robert Wagner says, I only just came into the stream. What's the elevator pitch in this game? This game is... Oh, crap, I'm gonna lose some hit points here. Oh, no, saved it. This game is... No, it's Airship Conquer the Skies, but with modern or future type airships that are all jet powered and all that. It's basically, I think that's the best way to describe this game. It's like future Airship Conquer the Skies, but with a story-based approach instead of like a free, open, conquer the world type strategic map. Oh, looks like they maintain fuel. Oh, I see on the right-hand side fuel. Yeah, okay. So did it just like destroy though? Like it took away my control as soon as the fuel stopped. I did not notice, by the way, until now that we have fuel. So thank you. So I must have been out of fuel. It's gonna add to the challenge. This is pretty tight. Oh, this is the one without pads. Oh my god. We landed it without pads, without taking damage. Alright, that's the best landing I will ever do. That is phenomenal. Okay, you are not that damaged. So let's go ahead and park you on the left. You also have a ton of fuel. Let's park you on the left on this 10. Because you do not look that damaged. Looks like you will not be that difficult with a repair job. How many have I landed? Yeah, we'll leave the 43 open. I think we'll have somebody more damage coming in later. Okay, good, no damage. This one's mediocre. Oh, 98, so I have plenty of fuel. That 80 is just going to be really hard to do. But this is a Navarine. Do I have one more damage coming in later? Because if I do, I should choose 80 for this one. I mean, the 80 for that one. Okay, let me go over and choose 80 for this one. Because the 43 will be easier to land in. Sounds like the kids are having fun out there. And I have to sneeze, which is killing me. Because I have to mute the stream to do that, and I just can't.
I almost botched the landing. Just sneezing.
Oh, we can do it. We can do it. Yes!
Touchdown confirmed.
Second in command. Alright! Oh, and the Gladiator has, like, no damage at all. And it has plenty of fuel. So let's put this one over on the 10. On the 5. On the 20. On the 10. Touchdown! I don't know. I'm coming a little too quick. So I'm going to keep a keen eye out for the fuel on all of these guys this time. But this Gladiator is just, I mean, it's slow as hell, but it also is very stable. So that's kind of well, I mean, it's a bad thing in combat, but it is a good thing when you want to land.
Touchdown confirmed.
Okay, and this is also fun. See, what the heck? This one will go over to the 23, I guess. Because we don't need repairs on this one. Is there one more coming?
500 meters.
So we're at 97 fuel. We have tons of fuel.
300 meters.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I've done messed it up. Alright, we made it. You don't want that 10. We'll take the whatever this is on the other side. Yeah, 23. 90 fuel, so we're still doing good.
100 meters. Everyone get ready. Touchdown confirmed.
That was perfect. Okay, so we never ended up using that 40, but I think we did a good job landing. And that is the end of the prologue. Arrival in Ur. As we entered the city of Ur, a large crowd of people welcomed us as heroes with cries of joy. Let me turn off my monitor and turn it back on and get in some. I'm going to try linking a clip of that landing ending prematurely. Okay, thanks, Luke.
What is it?
Not just cut off for you guys, for me here. I thought my monitor was starting to like somehow skip a horizontal frame. I mean, skip a horizontal pixel row. Maybe that's just part of it. Okay, so hooray! That's me, I guess. The art's beautiful, but it looks like kind of a beautiful picture.
Congratulations.
What a blaze for doing.
Well done, Mark.
Now all the naysayers will have no choice but to shut their mouths. I swear, even doubt will rejoice in today's success. Thank you, Peter Ignatievich. I don't know why I have to say his last name, but fine. There it is. Shall I report to the Admiral? Certainly, why wait? Admiral, arrival in Ur. That was the moment when we realized that the hearts of the people of Gerat were on our side. What a beautiful day it was. We celebrated our victory in the present, without a care in the world for what lay ahead of us. Okay, good. To Commander of 1st Squadron Admiral Dodd, by order of High Command, remain in Ur and await further instructions. I have been ordered to return to our point of origin. No explanation provided. Commander of the 2nd Squadron, Admiral Skobelev. And that was to Admiral Dodd, note not to me, but it's something we tracked. On the morning of the 6th day, the observation station reported a large vessel approaching from the south. All our forces were put on high alert. Good little graphics in the background. I mean, let's stop and appreciate all these little good art and all that. It was a lone ship, approaching slowly and showing no signs of aggression. Hope began to spread among the officers. Perhaps it was one of Skobelev's vessels. But when it got close enough, we recognized it. The Imperial cruiser, Sevastopol. Good graphics again. Beautiful. It was staggeringly gigantic. A veritable flying mountain. We assembled an honor guard and prepared to meet the crew. P.S. I am the son of the Emperor, just as a quick refresher. But, to our astonishment, the first man to step down the ramp was a tall Elaim, wearing a golden mask. Behind him was an endless crowd of people with terrible burns and gruesome wounds. All of them Romani from the capital. It was from them that we finally heard the terrible news. It's not good either. The capital of the Empire had suffered a nuclear strike 4 days ago. Sayadi stronghold burned down in an instant, reduced to a smoldering desert of radioactive waste. What remained of the Imperial fleet was in disarray, trying desperately to fight off the gathering's advancing forces. Not good, not good. We were at a loss for words. We didn't know what to do. Most of us wanted to head for the capital and join the battle, knowing that the war was already as good as lost. Gentlemen, I have assembled you here to discuss our future activities in light of the most recent events. My opinion is this: we must press on and continue our advance towards Kiva.
Peter Ignatievich, the news from the capital has rendered this entire operation moot. We must return to the motherland at once. The sooner the better.
On the contrary, Taking Kiva is more important than ever, if you would allow me to elucidate. I've had several lengthy conversations with the crew of the Sevastopol. It pains me to say this, but I'm convinced that the war in the south is lost. Returning to the motherland will spell certain doom for us. We all had similar suspicions. Now that those fears have been put into words, many of the officers averted their gaze. Berserker, you just tuned in. Yeah, the voice acting, we're cranking it up to 11 if you know the reference. Just going all the way, why not? Just have some fun with it.
Then what do you propose, Peter?
There was exhaustion in Dodd's voice. Oh, sorry, let's redo that.
Then what do you propose, Peter?
The rebel command, the rebel fleet is currently engaged in heavy combat in the south. Now is the time to mount an offensive in the north and take Kiva by force.
And what comes next? We'll just delay the inevitable, and sooner or later they will come to Kiva.
I have reason to believe that our intel on the reactor is accurate. If we can seize it, they won't fight back. They will come to the bargaining table to ensure that the reactor is intact. Perhaps we might be able to strike a deal. Piotr looked around as the officers considered his words.
We have to send a vessel to re-establish communications with the capital once we have a reliable line to the south.
There's no time for that, Sharif Ramatovich. If we do not mount an assault on Kiva here and now, it will be too late. We spent the rest of the day and we spent the rest of the night and the entire following day discussing Piotr's plan. That's a long time discussing a plan. That is a long time. Eventually, we agreed to send the cruiser Diana to the south in a bid to re-establish communications with the Empire. The rest of our forces hastily began preparations to reach Kiva and assault it. So let me just make sure that Kiva is the main city in northern Gerat. The Lord Governor of this city was the one who began the rebellion against the Romani Empire. So that's why we're going to... I guess the idea is if we can take out Kiva, we might be able to... we're taking out the enemy capital. It's like in Europa Universalis or all those like games when you let's just take the capital and hope that they fall. The Sevastopol became the flagship of the new squadron. At some point, an officer asked who would command the offensive. Piotr readily replied with a plan of his own. Let me catch up real fast. It rains heavily for the desert. Yeah, that's funny, Tensi Dave. That's pretty funny. A lot of raining, especially on the windshield when you're in combat. I remember trying to land a cruiser once and waited too long for my slowdown burn and ended up crushing over half the cruiser. Yeah, the good news is that you can restart I really like a game which, one of my complaints about this game, again, all my complaints are minor. I'd give this it's at least an 8 out of 10 game. And for those of you who know me, I rank my games with an average at 5 or 6 or so. So when I say an 8, that's a very high praise, I guess. It's a high mark. You can restart things, but saving the game in this, there's no save slots or anything. I mean, there's just those 3 different slots you can load from the very beginning. But I wish that it wasn't everything is Iron Man mode. Oh brother, we got some. There's an empire and a rebellion in this game. There's an empire and a rebellion in every household, parents and kids. So we're gonna. The empire has to. Mr. Emperor is gonna have to step away in a moment. Piotr readily replied with the plan of his own. Let's find out what his plan is. No surprise, it's going to be, hey, it's us. Okay. He stood up and spoke with confidence. No one yet knows what has befallen the Emperor, he said. So the Grand Duke, the sole legitimate heir of the dynasty, must lead what remains of the Romani fleet in this offensive. Admiral Dodd balked at the idea, but his furious cries of protest were ignored. The officers eagerly supported the general's suggestion. The thought of the heir to the throne leading the charge himself did wonders for their morale. The unanimous support they showed me was certainly uplifting, but at the same time I was terrified. A moment ago I had been a Tarkon, which will just refresh, officer of the Imperial Fleet. So again, wearing its Arabic influence. But now I was the embodiment of the entire Romani Empire in their eyes. And there it is, HighFleet. Prologue completed. I'm just going to leave this screen up for a little bit. So that was fun. One thing I really like about the game story, you aren't trying to win a war, you're trying to get a white peace. Yeah, that's a great point, Daniel. That's a really good point. I think it's, it makes things interesting when it's a new storyline, right? It's cool. I mean, this should be everyone's desktop background. Let's just crank up the music. Okay, yeah, that's enough. Very good. So this should put us, Grand Duke, you must choose the ships that will join us for the Kiva offensive. Now, this is good. It puts us right where I want to be. Again, this is my one complaint about the game. I don't know how to save the game if I exit right now. Sometimes, let me express what my complaint is. When I have exited previously, it has loaded me back into the game in a different spot than when I left. Like prior to making decisions or after decisions. I wish that there was a way to save in a specific spot. Because like right now, I want to leave. I want to stop the game. But how do I do that? If I leave, can it bring me back to this screen exactly? I don't know. Anyway, Grand Duke, you must choose the ships that will join us for the Kiva offensive. And again, Kiva is our target. Can you give me a hint? This will just tell us about the different colors. Take the red ones. Those are the workhorses. And maybe 1 or 2 tankers for them, which are green, I guess? Okay, fine. Where are the... Yeah, the black ones, I guess. No? Which ones are the tankers? Tanker, okay, orange. There they are. But can I hit escape and go to main menu here? Will it save it? Yeah, Berserker says the saving is annoying. It seems to guarantee a save after every fight. Yeah, I just want to make sure that if I hit main menu, it's gonna start me back at this exact spot, right? Let's try it. Game over. No, no, that's not that. What? Why? It just deleted my save. Okay. What the fuck? Okay. Case in point. Case in point. That is exactly what I'm talking about. So the saving mechanic has to be worked again a little bit, I think. But that's exactly where I wanted to end the stream for today anyway. My God, that was... thank you, game, for just elucidating my point perfectly. God, that's something else. Alright, so anyways, that's the end of the stream. HighFleet, it's a game which mixes... I mean, if you don't know Airship Conquer the Skies, I did a series on it. It's very similar to this, except for the strategic map, instead of just bouncing from city to city, is you actually conquering cities, building up your airships, which are like these ships that we were piloting in this game. So very similar. So if you don't know Airships Conquer the Skies, it's like this, but more of an open world campaign. And if you do know Airships Conquer the Skies and don't know HighFleet is like Airships Conquer the Skies, but with a more story, linear-driven campaign mission. And I think both games are great. I think HighFleet shows a lot of promise. Once they fix those save games, it's gone. So anyway, I don't know if it matters that the prologue... I think that was the end of the prologue, so I don't know if starting a new game is the exact same thing as just... finishing the prologue and jumping into what is effectively the beginning of the gameplay, the non-prologue gameplay. I don't know. Maybe those are just identical, but maybe not. So anyways, that's going to do it for me today. It was a lot of fun to be streaming. First time back streaming for a very long time. Hopefully I can do this, at least once a month would be nice, but things have been crazy with the family situation, as I'm sure has... you've heard a little bit of that in the background. A reminder that I will be starting a gameplay series on this, starting from the gameplay, the non-prologue gameplay. So basically right exactly where we finished today. And that'll start going up when War on the Sea ends, which we're on the last episode of that, so it'll be sometime this week, I think. So thanks to everyone for watching. Thanks for coming out. It was a lot of fun to be doing this again. Charles Anderson, Zen Avalon, Finish. Thanks for joining, Mr. Moderator. Loke, Berserker, Robert Wagner, NC Dave, Daniel, and everyone else who I can't even see. Just scrolling up the list there. For anybody else I missed, Ralph Mage of Sayadi. Thanks everyone, and have a good day, and I'll catch you back for hopefully another stream soon, but if not, then I'll catch you back on the channel with the normal videos or in my Discord. Take care, have a good day.